Hello there. My name is Ryan D. McGregor, and I'm running for a seat on the North East Borough Council representing my neighbors in Ward 2. When my wife and I were deciding where to start our new family, we could have picked anywhere in the world, but we chose Northeast because it's truly one of America's most exemplary small towns. With safe, welcoming neighborhoods, breathtaking natural beauty, and a thriving business environment, we felt that Northeast offered us something that would have been very hard to find elsewhere. Since moving to Northeast, I have fallen more in love with living in this town. I chose to run for a seat on Borough Council because when you love something, you will do whatever it takes to fight for it. I was born and raised in the West Hills of Pittsburgh, in and around small towns that have lost their sense of identity and purpose. For years, I worked in the district office of a U.S. congressman and worked with and heard from government leaders in hundreds of communities, many just like Northeast. Their challenges were sometimes different, but often the same. Instead of seeking out new solutions, elected officials in these towns chose to repeat the same tired ideas that are the hallmark of a town on the decline. Now make no mistake, I believe that Northeast is currently in a very good place right now. There are several exciting redevelopments, new businesses that are opening, and a massive art installation on the horizon. There is very legitimate reason for excitement. However, there is a competitive headwind that we are facing from states and towns across the country that is causing an alarming decline in our population. There are 11% less people living in our town now than there were 30 years ago. People are voting with their wallets, and they're taking them away from Northeast. While we can argue about the exact causes of this trend, I believe that the primary driver is the perceived or real lack of economic and social opportunity. For example, it would be easy to say that people from my generation were leaving places like Northeast because of the weather. But Erie County, New York, the home of Buffalo, saw an almost 4% increase in their total population just recently. This tells me that people are finding what they are looking for in places that are trying new things and embracing that which makes them unique. Now, every politician in every race and every year makes the same grand statements about how if you just elect them, all of our problems will simply disappear. But in reality, a small town government does not have a whole lot of control over a great many things. But what can your local government control? Livability. We need to give people a reason to pick Northeast, and it starts with a new direction on Borough Council. As we know, the weather here can be cold and snowy for what feels like a long time. But are we doing enough to accentuate that as a positive rather than gripe about it? We're never going to have 300 days of 72 degrees and sunny, or picturesque mountain ranges like the Rockies, but we do have a gorgeous Great Lake, excellent wineries, and maybe the most beautiful sunsets in the world. Among the many changes of the past year and a half is the fact that an ever-increasing amount of the American workforce is going remote, working from home. These folks are being afforded the incredible flexibility of living wherever they like. Because they are no longer tethered to large metropolitan areas, these folks are casting their vision for a new home further than ever before. Our town is special, but we need to do much more to distinguish ourselves from other towns across the country. That is why we need to elect a new generation of fighters, people willing to do the extra work necessary to bring about more positive changes for our town. As a borough councilman, I want to see drastic improvements to many borough services, starting with parks and recreation. From things like movies in the park, community bonfires, and concerts at our outdoor stage, all the way to big things like an all-seasons hockey rink, a dog park, or a covered playground so that kids can still play outside even when it rains or snows. I want to give our residents more opportunities to spend their recreational hours in Northeast, rather than having to drive to Erie or further. I want to see our town embrace new technology. I support the idea of creating a town-wide Wi-Fi so that internet-enabled devices can work reliably throughout the borough. Being able to work on a laptop at reliable speeds while enjoying the fountain in Gibson Park would be a feature that no other town would be able to boast. I would also like to begin using our borough website not only to communicate news, but serve as a comprehensive self-service tool for all borough residents. I also believe strongly that being a representative of the borough should extend far beyond the borders of our town. When you're excited about something that you care about, it's very easy to sell people on that idea. Well, I'm very excited about the potential in Northeast, and I want to let the whole world know about the incredible things that can happen here. This November, I ask that you please give me the opportunity to fight for you on the North East Borough Council. I have the experience to know how to get things done in a municipal government starting on day one, the eagerness to seek out new ideas, and the energy to make it all happen. And while my ideas might seem ambitious, my enthusiasm to fight for this town is sincere to my very core. To learn more or to contact me, you can go to my website at electryanmcgregor.com or on Facebook by searching for Ryan McGregor. Thank you so much. God bless.